that's the god I'm going to be doing in this video. Now, I will show you a little gameplay after I show you his abilities and the items I build for him that I find to be the best, but it's also my personal preference. If you don't know what to build on him, go ahead and try out this build. If it's not for you, tweak it a little bit, try to see. I'll explain why I picked these things. But yeah, here we go. So his skins, he's got some cool skins, but whatever. His voice packs, alright. I don't have it, so I don't really play him. The only assassins I play is Loki and Awilix, and I know Loki, right? But his abilities, this is his leap. Okay, and I'm gonna get into more stuff as it goes on. But he leaps to his ground target location, and he does all damage. He damages all enemies. What the fuck? Alright, this video is turning out to be shitty at the beginning. And he reduces their physical protection. Now you gotta remember that part. That part is very important. Now, let alone when you have it maxed out, you have 340 plus 60% of your physical power. So that's already crazy. But then no matter what, you always have your physical protection debuff, which is always 20. It doesn't go up, doesn't go down. And it's for 3 seconds. Now this will come in handy when you're engaging or running. Basically, when you're trying to evade, the leap is very helpful, such as against Odin with his spears, shit like that. His leap is, I normally mainly use it to get out of combat because it's a 12-second cooldown. So once you use it, you're basically there for the fight, because they will target you because you're an assassin and you're going to be doing the most damage early and mid game. Late game, it's more hunters normally do more damage because of their crit and whatnot, or their like unbelievable penetration. But now, eat minion. Now this is by far the only reason why I play him. Is he eats a minion. It could be a jungle camp, it could be a line minion, it could be whichever minion, but it heals him 270 plus 70% of your physical power. Now see, you're gonna need to build a lot of physical power because all of his abilities are for physical power. So once you store up to 6 minions, once you eat 6 minions, no matter which minions they are, your ultimate has a bigger effect, which I'll get into that in a second. And Butcher Blades. This is extremely powerful. The passive, and it's true damage, no matter what. So if you guys don't know what true damage is, that's when you have more penetration than they have defense. So you get true damage, which is more. You do so much more as if you were critting. But his true damage is 70 at max, right? That's 70 each hit though. And it lasts for 6 seconds, which is quite a long time for a buff. His also physical power increases by 30 on each hit. So it's not 30, 60, 90, and then the next hit you're doing 120. It's just 30 every time. That's extra. And by the time you're at late game, you're gonna have full build and you're just gonna be wrecking through everyone. This is his ultimate. He pretty much spits out minions on like a ground area, and they're the shadow. I think it slows them. And he also gets this cone attack, which I really don't see it doing more than anything else, like than a regular basic attack. I think it might do like a little bit less, honestly, but that's just from what I've seen. It's also crowd control for 4 seconds, and you're also immune for a second and a half, which is really cool. When you got an Ares that he pulls you, you can just throw that out there and you won't get pulled. Excuse me. His passive, his attack and movement speed temporarily increases for each enemy that he kills. Now that's an enemy god, that's not just minions in that point. Now he can get 3 stacks, which once you get 3 kills, that's it. Like, that's the most you can get. So you get 30% more attack speed and 30% more movement speed. Now dying does not reset you either. or no, wait, this is not for the whole game. My mistake, it's for 10 seconds. But still, once you get a kill, especially if you have Bloodforge, which is not on this build because I do not use Bloodforge. I don't. It's worth it. That gold price and the stats just aren't worth it. The shield's nice, but it's just not worth it. So I would recommend just steering away from there. But here you go. His items. This is what I built for him in Conquest. This is what I built for him. I'll start with Mask because obviously he's a jungler. Almost every assassin's jungler. Yeah, you can play them in solo lane, but that's not really the smart way to go. And you want to get your 900 boots with 2 pots, either health and mana or both mana, because you're going to be eating minions. So it's really, you know, no use for the health because you're going to gain more health out of that than your actual pot early game. And I go into Jotuns. The reason is you got penetration and you get mana and cooldown. It's kind of like the best thing you could have for an early assassin. And then I go Itchable. The reason why I go Itchable and the reason why I have more than 6 items is because it's a little bit complicated, so you're gonna have to listen like a little bit more carefully and closely. So once you build Itchable, here's how it goes. You got those 3, and then you want to build Jotun's Wrath before you finish off Boots, and once you're done with Jotun's Wrath, then you finish off Boots. But then you go into Itchable, right? So once you're in Itchable, you have a choice. You can wait and keep Itchable because it's not that bad early game. And you can go into Titan's Bane, and then you have an extra choice of you obviously are selling Itchable by the time you get Titan's Bane. But then you have Haste and Vitalis if they're not any tanks that you're really fighting, so warriors, guardians, anything like that. But then if you find yourself always fighting a person with more HP, Quinn size is definitely the best choice because you take 4% of their life each basic attack. So if a mirror has 4,000, you're doing 400 each basic attack. Or wait, yeah, I think so. Or 40 each. I'm not too sure. I think it's 400. Not that good with math right now. But Quinn size is only for fighting a tankier god, for sure. That's all it's for. It's nice to get that little extra power, that attack speed, but if you're not, then you go with Hasten. Hasten will keep you with them no matter where they are, no matter how fast they really are. The only way that they can get away from you is if they have a leap or if they have a dash. That's the only way. Because you're going to be up as close as possible to them the entire time because you want to land all your basic attacks with Bakasura. He is incredibly strong. And then at the end, for a little physical power more and defense, you want to grab Shifter Shield. But let's rewind a little bit, okay? So you want to take this off. We're going to go back to where we first started, all right? We're grabbing Boomas. We got 900 on that. We're finishing out this. Now we're selling Boomas and going Itchable. Okay? This is when you start off really, really well. And even if you didn't start off really well and you're still going and you have this build right now, well, you can see, oh wait, there you go. You can see you still have Booma's Mask. So before you get into Shifter Shield, if it's kind of, you're slowing out like you're behind, you want to wait till you are about to get Haste of Vitalis, sell Booma's Mask, and then get Haste of Vitalis, and then get a few pots. Because it's way more worth it to have a few more pots than the Booma's Mask at that point. You're going to be wrecking through the jungle pretty easily. So, I mean, you get the little extra health, but that's not really going to help. You want the mana, you want the more powerful pots, you want the wards, shit like that. So once you get rid of Booma's Mask, then you go into Shifter Shield, and then I would recommend Quinn size again. Only because that attack speed and that power, and by the time it's late game, after you see, Quinn size is the last item I got because that's when everybody has their most health that they're gonna get. Then you can start taking them down quicker and more easily. Your relics, on the other hand, I would always go Bracer, but not first. I go Wrath first, just because you want to get that quick clear on jungle camps. Yeah, you can eat them, that's all fine, but you are going to be going to 4 jungle camps, which is attack speed, mana, damage, and fucking movement speed. So you're going to be hitting 4, and 2 is always on each side. So your 2 isn't going to be up every time you go to a camp. So sometimes you just need a quick clear. Maybe you're infiltrating their side, you're going to their mana, and you see they're about to come because you're warding. Then you hit them with that. And then you do your leap and get out. Then Bracer. Because everybody's going to target you, no matter if you're late, middle game, or late game, or early game. It doesn't matter. You have the lowest health, and they're going to target the fuck out of you, unless, obviously, your mage is like complete shit and they're fucking up bad. Then they're going to target them, but then you're next. So you always want that Bracer. They're going to pretty much gank the hell out of you, because you're going to be the strongest mid-game. If you play correctly, that is. And then obviously you have your Sanctuary and, beads. That's just if, you don't feel comfortable with running these, or they're stunning a lot, or if they have like an Amir or something, then you would go with beads. I would rarely ever go Sanctuary with a jungler. It's very pointless. There's no reason to really have Sanctuary because you're not going to be in that many team fights. You're until late game, which by that time you should be confident enough in your own abilities to build yourself up within the jungle camp, within ganking people. And the best thing with the jungler, for sure, is mid lane. You can come in from 2 sides. Now, a solo lane, it's nice to gank them too, because they don't really see it coming because they're warriors. They think, I have more health, so he's not gonna go after me. And then when you do, you kind of catch him off guard. But mid lane, because you always have to pass through mid lane. There's no reason why not to gank out the mage. There's no reason. He has low health, and you're always going to make him retreat when you enter the lane. Not even when you start attacking. When you just enter and you turn his way, he's going to go back to his tower. There's no reason why he wouldn't, unless he's just super fed. You obviously want to pick up these pots. You want to pick up some wards just to help out your team, because I've noticed a lot of teammates do not ward. And mid lane should ward every time they can. Because, again, you're at the most vulnerable spot. There's 2 ways to get to you. There's the left and the right jungle. So, he's always close to you. He's closer to you than if he's in solo lane. He always has to pass through your lane to get to somewhere else. So you have to be aware of where he's at, especially if it's a Loki. That is the perfect counter to him. If you place it in the jungle and you see his name or his face come up, you run back. There is no reason why you should still stay there. He's going to go invisible, and he's going to try to just completely CC you. Now, obviously the Elixir of Power, because if it gets to that super late game, then you don't really want to buy defense on an assassin, unless you find yourself always being ganked and your team's not helping, then maybe, but the extra damage is well more better than the extra defense. So I'm going to save that build. I'm going to back out. I'm going to show you just facing... No, not AIs. I'm going to go into custom games. We're going to do some arena. No. We're going to go joust. I don't want to make this too long. I'll start them at... I'm not going to buy any of the potions or anything like that. Doesn't matter who we're facing. I'm not going to buy the Power of Elixir or anything like that. I'm just going to show you the basic build for them. Now, you can use Baka almost in anything. I wouldn't recommend arena because he gets targeted very quickly and very easily in arena, especially because once you use your leap, you're done, and they have 5 team members always in the middle, and they're all gonna grab you when you leap. So you want to avoid arena with Bakasora. I'm not saying avoid arena completely. I don't play arena myself because it's basically just running out and just trying to get kills, and there's no actual strategy. It's just fighting and that's it. So it's not really that fun to me. Now if it's fun to you, cool. Like, you know, I'm not going to down you because you like arena. I honestly wouldn't care. But we're gonna build it all the way up. We're gonna pretend we already got all that stuff. Also, Executioner's an alright. It's an alright item, but for Bakasora, you definitely want the. And since we're not jungle camp, yeah, I'll go Sanctuary for this time because of Neath. Which, this is kind of unfair because obviously it's just computers, but I don't... The last time I tried to get into a public game and try to use a god, it went to hell because they picked the god every time. So I'm just gonna decide to do it this way. Leap. Now his protections are down. So I'm going to be able to do so much more. Then throw the ultimate out at her. She's dead for sure. My minions are going. Oh, did she backflip or something? He's dead. Then you eat him, and you see how much life that gives you? Like, that's insane. Okay, I can't fight in there. Excuse me. Look at all that penetration. That is on any tower, any Phoenix. I mean, just look at you, just mow through them. And that attack speed is fucking insane, you 3. That is so crazy. And then regular speed. It's just completely almost unfair. Oh, I didn't know if she killed them all already. There you go. Hercules is dead. Oh, wow. Oh, shit. I about leaped into that. My speed. See, now I can catch up to Hercules, no problem. Yeah, he's dead too now. It's just, you mow through everyone. See, he would have got away if I didn't have Haste of Ventalis. Because even though your attack speed and your movement speed's up, when you still attack, you go slower no matter what. Now with Haste of Ventalis, that's the complete opposite. You don't really speed up, but you don't lose any movement speed. Do the Bracer of Undoing. I think that's the only reason why I was alive for that. No, we can kill her with this. You see how much damage he does? Like, I get it. I get that she's a hunter, so it's pretty easy to get kills from her. But Hercules, he's got his shield from Bulwark. He's got his Breastplate of Valor. We'll just buy one of these, show how much stronger you get. Just from this, that's like way less than the Elixir of Power. But he's got Breastplate, he's got Bulwark, he's got Frostbound Hammer, which gives him like 400 life or something like that. I mean, he's pretty tanky. Even as a, oh, he's running. Even as a, like, computer, he's still super tanky. And then all my life's back. Yep, and then this should be game right here. Neith is gonna come out. I'm gonna go ahead and get the kill from Neith. Oh, she did that. All right then. But that's game for this. Like, yes, it's kind of not the same because I'm facing computers and it's not really actual people. But I was just showing you what his build can do and not really how to play him, because there's different circumstances. So there's sometimes when you're over here you have to do this, but I can't show you everything because it's literally impossible. There's so much more in Conquest than there is in any other game mode because you have so much thinking to do, especially when you're jungler. You have to think, all right, when is this coming up? Am I gonna gank this guy? And it's quick. You have to be quick when you think about it. So when you're using Baka, what I like to do, I'll go to him now. I'll tell you which abilities to level up first, which it should be kind of obvious if you already haven't. You want to get this to 1. That is your escape. That is all. You want to get this to 1, this to 1, and then that's how you start off with your level 3. But now, it seems kind of stupid to do. I'm honest. You want to build this up to 3. That's going to be at 1. You want to get that to 3. And then you're going to get that to 3. Like, all right, I'm just going to take it through like this. There you go, ability builder. This will be way easier. So you got that to 1. Then 1, then 1. Which, actually, hold on. No. When you're in jungle, this is just for jungle. This is just for Conquest. This is just in general. You want to get Eat Minion first. Then you want your leap. Then you want your Butcher Blades. You're going to wait for this leap. It does a crazy amount of damage, but you don't need that early. 160 isn't nothing. That's absolute crap. It's shit. So what you want to get is, again, it matters. If you're in Conquest, are you getting out jungled? If so, you want Eat Minion. If not, you want more Butcher Blades. Then your ultimate. Then your Butcher Blades again. Then Eat Minion. And then Eat Minion. And then Butcher Blade, or ultimate I mean. Butcher Blades, Butcher Blades. Eat Minion, ultimate. Then you want to start leveling up this. That is completely fine. You have 220 with 70% of your physical power. At that stage of the game, you're going to be getting so much more. 50 health isn't going to be shit to you. You're going to get all this all the way up. You're going to get that. Hit these 2, and then that. That's how you're going, okay? So it's going 2, 1, 3, 3, ultimate. 3, 2, 2, ultimate. 3, 3, 2, ultimate. 1, 1, 1, ultimate. 1, 2, ultimate. That's exactly how it's going. That's how you should always build it. Always. Whether you're in Conquest, whether you're in Joust. Nah, not necessarily Joust, because you're not going to, unless you're farming still. If you're farming, I would still do it because then you have 3 people in 1 lane, and if you're low health, you can eat a minion and then leap. Perfect. It's just like the perfect fucking... He's insane. He is completely insane to play. But if you start off shit, if you are way behind, you are not going to have fun with this god. You need to have a good start and a decent mid. It's okay to die a few times, but you need to have a really good start. You want to take out all the jungle camps you can. So take out your damage camp, take out the mana camp. I'm not saying you have to do it alone, but that's what you have to do, and then you take out the minions coming into your tower. because by that time the minions will be coming into your tower. You just leap over. When you eat one, the tower cannot kill it no matter if it targeted it or not. You eat it, it is on you. You get the kill no matter what. It's just, you just gotta think on your toes when you play any assassin, really, but Bakasura especially. If you leap, just know, they know that's your only escape. So you are pretty much screwed if you need to get away. You can use the heavenly wings or the heavenly boots or whatever the hell it is to make you go faster, but that doesn't immune you from CC, from slows, from anything like that. So you just have to think, okay? Now, I would like to point out that this god build was recommended from a person I had just 1v1'd just last night, and he wanted to learn how to build and play Bakasura. So I can't really tell you how to play him. It's your preference. It's how you like to play gods. And Bakasura, he's easy to play and he's extremely fun, but when you get behind, you really don't want to pick him anymore. And you just got to get over, sometimes you get behind, sometimes you don't. When you get ahead, he's one of the most fun gods you can play, because he just totally wrecks everyone and there's nothing they can do about it. They can try, like, it's insane. It is. But you have to use his whole kit. And for jungling, I mean, I would just play him as any other jungler, except you obviously know if you leap in the middle. Now this is actually very important. If you leap in the middle out of jungle and their jungler comes out of their jungle, run. Just run. Unless you for sure got the kill, run. Because that jungler knows you just leaped. You're fucked. That mid lane's gonna freak out and he's gonna take off. He has to fight 2, use your escape, and they're gonna come try to fuck you up. Most likely it's gonna be a Mercury. I don't know why. It always happens to me. Whenever I play Bakasura, it's always Mercury. And he's gonna come, swirl you around, and just punch the fuck out of you. You're done. Once you leap and you see that jungler come out, run. I cannot stress that enough. You have to have an escape. You have to. And especially in Conquest, there is no way you're building fucking beads, you're building Sanctuary, you're not building any of that. Sorry, I was getting a little worked up. But here tomorrow, I'm going to be doing some chest openings with gems and whatnot. I might spend, I don't know, like 50 bucks on gems or something like that. And we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. But thank you guys for watching. If you guys have any gods that I haven't covered yet, I'm pretty sure I haven't covered Bakasura, I didn't look, but just in case, this is the new, with the updated version of SMITE. So, if you have any gods you want to learn, you want to see a build to, this isn't a build you follow religiously, okay? This is just a basic build that will always do well for him. I'm not saying you're going to win, I'm not saying you're going to do good. There's sometimes where you get outplayed, there's sometimes when they just counter you better. There's sometimes when your skills are just, you can't blame the build unless you that's the only way. And I've noticed a lot of people using rage on assassins. Don't ever use rage on assassins. And if you ever use rage for hunters, but you have Deathbringer, you are playing it wrong. Because let me just go over this real quick before I end the video. So we're going to go ahead and look at the 3 right here. So Deathbringer, you have 50 power, you have 20% critical chance, and then your passive is critical strikes do an increase to 40%. Pretty good, right? Alright, now for Rage, you have 30 power, 20% for critical chance. That's alright. Killing or getting an assist on an enemy god gives you 1 stack. Each stack provides 1% critical chance. Stacks are permanent and can stack up to 5 times. At 5 stacks, you gain an additional 10% critical chance. Whatever, critical strike chance. So you're looking at, I'm not sure if that's 30 or 35 because each stack gives you a point. And then at 5 you get 10. I don't know if that takes it away. But either way, it's either 30 or 35%. So that's 55% chance that's okay. But then you also have Wind Demon, which is another 20, I believe. So just with the 55, you're most likely going to be, or yeah, you're most likely going to be hitting it. But here's where I don't get. Why would you pick Rage over Malice? Because Malice gives you the 50 power, which is 20 more than that. It gives you the same amount of critical strike without the passive. But this passive is, when you deal a critical strike, you deal an additional 75% of your total physical power as physical damage over the next 3 seconds. Additional crits refresh this effect. So if I crit, my next hit I don't crit, and then the next hit I crit, and they have 1 second left, now they're back up to 3. And that's 75% of your physical power. You know how fucking insane that is? Right there, you're already at 50, then 50. Let's not count your boots. Like, come on. And then you got your Quinn size, obviously, because you're a hunter, which is more physical power. It adds so much more than this. It adds so much more. I do not understand why people pick Rage over Malice. Even late game, they do not get rid of Rage. It's weird. That's stupid to me. That's just completely stupid. But build what you want. I was just bringing that up just for a last topic. But again, thank you guys. Leave a comment. Let me know if you want any other gods. Let me know if you want a different game. You just let me know. That's all you have to do. And I will go out and buy the game if I don't already have it. I'll basically bend over backwards, guys. Really, I do not mind at all of playing new games, of doing something else, doing challenges, whatever. Just no face reveals. But thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and hit that little bell for notifications on the next time I stream or the next time I post a video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.